see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, you need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions.
It's a Friday, time for Home Repairs and Solutions with Mark and Mary. Brought to you by Spring Mountain Air Heating and Air Conditioning, your local Amana dealer. Now here are your hosts, Mary Pearson and Mark Withers. And good morning, guys.
Good morning, Dan.
Morning.
Beautiful rainy day in the Ozarks.
I love it.
What else you gonna do?
But like we say, the sun's always shining right here at KWTO every Friday morning.
Right, that's right here at Home Repairs
Right
and
here.
Solutions.
Yeah, it is.
We don't know if it's raining outside or not.
Nah, don't
Why not
care.
when we're in here? Don't
Not
matter.
when we're here, don't matter. So.
Don't matter. No, and I was going to ask you, how did your thing at Herman go last weekend?
It went really well. We had a great time. We ended up playing outside, and when we got there, it was a little cool, and we were in the shade. And so the first set was a little tough, but as the day went on, it warmed up. Beautiful town up there. And
it is a neat little town.
It
yeah.
is. And I want to go back up there when I have more time to really look around. But yeah, we had a great time. It's fun.
That's like a fun little day trip.
Yeah.
If you need something to do, during the weekend and want to go somewhere, that's a fun place to go if you haven't been.
Absolutely. We left Springfield here a little after 7 o'clock, and we were pulling a trailer with all of our sound equipment and stuff. Stopped a couple times, and we got up there by 10:30, quarter to 11 and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's 3-hour trip, something like that. So it's not bad at all.
No,
So,
Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
I did. Thank you.
And, I went with some of my girlfriends down to the museum down
that's
in
right.
Bentonville. That is a neat place. If you're into art, that is a really fun place to go. Part of it is free. All the exhibits they have there all the time is free, but then they have traveling exhibits, and they had Norman Rockwell this time. And when we went into that one, they gave you an iPad and earphones and stuff, and the pictures were coded, and so it would give you like the background and the history of why he painted certain pictures. So it was really neat. We probably spent probably about 2.5 hours in the Norman Rockwell exhibit alone. But that's also another like fun day trip for somewhere to go. Bentonville's not that far. We were there,
Right.
a couple hours or so, and we stopped and had breakfast and different things. And so, a couple little fun things to do that's kind of local here.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's great.
but it's best to go on a sunny day, not a rainy day.
Yes, that's true.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
You might want to wait till it's sunny.
Yeah, it might be better. Make it more fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, something that I wanted to say before we get into the show, since I'm, such a fan of country music, we lost one of our country music heroes, pioneers today, the great George Jones, passed away this morning.
That's what you were telling
Yes.
us, and I had not heard that yet.
So, sad day in country music.
Yes, it is.
So, hate to hear the passing of George. So.
Yep. Haven't heard much of him lately, though.
No.
As far as, him doing much, but...
Yeah, he's been in bad health, I think, for the last few months, and but yeah, he passed away. Gene texted me a little while ago, and of course, one of George Jones's probably most famous songs was "He Stopped Loving Her Today," and that's what Gene texted. He said, "Well, he stopped loving her today because he passed away." So I thought that's kind of cool. Anyway, just wanted to pass that along for all of our country music fans out there.
There you go. Now you're in the know.
That's right. All you got to do is listen to Home Repairs. You'll find out about
You'll
find out about art. You'll find out about music. You're going to find out about everything. So.
And today you're going to find out about heating and air.
Yes, you are.
I talked to my son Nathan into being our guest today, and I had him scheduled before he ended up with this head cold that he's fighting today. So he's struggling a little bit with that, but I think it'll be okay. Thanks for coming and being with me on the show today.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, if anyone, we've had several people call and about heating and air here lately. We've had different questions and things going on. Usually this time of year, we're really busy with, preseason tune-ups and that type of thing, but the weather hasn't quite got us there yet, but it's coming.
Yes, it is.
It's coming. I have faith that it will be here shortly.
Yeah.
The sooner the better.
Yes.
For me.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree. So
The first of the week, we're going to have some 80-degree temperatures. So
Yes, we are, and we do have people calling now, and we are going ahead and scheduling some of that. We're scheduling it into May, you know, because we don't want to have to reschedule a bunch of stuff due to
Right.
weather conditions. Sometimes we have
Yeah.
to. We can't control the weather, but
true.
we have had several people call in and ask us, you know, to get that going. A lot of people call and ask us about club memberships. So we have quite a bit of activity going on, and so I know there's got to be some people out there that have some sort of questions
I bet
about
there
heating
is.
and air. And I would prefer that you ask your technical questions when I have the technical expert here,
That's yep.
because that's not my field in the business, and so that's what Nathan's here for, and he can answer any kind of technical questions that someone might have.
You're there to look pretty and take care of all the stuff, you know, that you know that you have to
Okay.
take care of.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Paperwork
see,
stuff that I
no,
don't
the,
do.
The paperwork stuff that he don't do, but
I'm the paperwork side, and he's the smart technical
but
side.
see, you're like I say, you're the one everybody wants to talk to, and here on the radio, you're the PR, and like I say, you know, you're the better looking part of the business, and then you got Nathan.
yeah. And then there's me.
Then there's Nathan. So
Well, let me tell you, if you have something wrong with your air conditioner or furnace, you definitely want Nathan out there, not me,
well, you know,
if you want it fixed.
and I don't know how many people that I've talked to over the past 2 years. You know, we've been doing the program that has commented on the fact that Nathan's come out to their house or whatever and done their service work, and how polite and very nice and how good he is at what he does. And I think that speaks a lot, you know, when people will tell you that, and that's cool. It's hard to find young people like that takes that much pride in what they do, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I like to hear that. So
You know, and that is nice. Once in a while, we'll get someone call the office and just to tell us, you know, that they appreciated the way that he came out and took care
Sure.
of them, and the way he treated them and stuff. And it's always good. You know, a lot of times if you do something wrong, you know, that person will tell 10 or 20 other people. If you do something
Sure.
right, they might not tell anybody.
Might not tell anybody.
So it is good, you know, when people take time and let us know that, you know, and
That's
I
right.
am proud of him. He
And-
does a
yeah.
good job.
we get a lot of that and compliments about our guys all the time too.
Right.
Exact same thing. So we got an excellent group of guys working with us.
Yeah, very important.
Yeah, we do. Get lots of comments about Angel. The way she takes care of clients on the phone, she's really, really nice to talk to. It's kind of funny once in a while, though. She'll get a call and they'll think it's me. Oh, is this Mary? And she'll go, no, I'm sorry, this is Angel. You know, and sometimes they'll, well, I want to talk to Mary. And sometimes if I'm there, I'll go ahead and talk to them, you know. But
Yeah.
really, she's really good at handling, you know, scheduling things and taking care of a lot of issues, you know, that a lot of people have that, you know,
Right.
she can really take care of that stuff.
Sure.
And I try to, you know, my goal is I do want to be the PR person, so I try to be out of the office more and meet new people and things like that. So
Right.
I'm not always there, but when I am there, I'm happy to talk to clients, or if they come in, I have some come in and want to meet me. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's fun too. Or what was it? We had someone not too long ago send us lunch for all the guys.
Really?
That was
Wow.
really nice.
Yeah.
We'd gone out and done a job for some folks, and they really appreciate what we did, and called and wanted to know if they could buy the office lunch, and I thought that was very
Well,
nice.
that is.
Yeah. So we appreciate all of our clients and all of our customers and all of our listeners. You know, we got to meet one of our listeners last night. Nathan and I
Yeah.
did. We were at a function, and he listens to us on the radio, and his name is Bob, and super nice guy, and come to find out he'd seen my car down at the lake, and had heard me on the radio talking and knew we had a place down there, and come to find out he has a place at the end of Y Highway.
Really?
So yeah.
Wow.
So it's always fun to meet those kind of
Sure.
people, and it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a small world, really,
Yeah.
when you think about
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
And
it
you can't
is.
miss that car.
No, my car stands out pretty much. That's the only thing about my car is people tell me they see me a lot, and
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's why I have to be good all the
That's
time.
why you got to be
'Cause
good.
you never
Be careful
know
where you
who's
go.
gonna see me.
That's right. That's for sure. So, well, if you do have a question for Nathan or Mary or myself, well, give us a call, 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056, or we got the old phone where you can text us.
That's right.
Yep, 417-838-3192. Send us a text message and we'll read it on the air. So
Seems like one of the big things starting off this spring. I guess this is cold spring.
Yeah.
Not real warm, but is allergies have been really bad.
oh my gosh,
We've been
yeah.
doing duct cleanings. I mean, a lot
Yeah.
just for that reason. Sealing up duct work and insulating it and cleaning it for
Mm-hmm.
people, and they just swear by it makes a huge difference.
I'm sure it does.
You get that air in your house clean, and then you're not
Mm-hmm.
breathing all that crud all the time.
Right.
There was a lady that she's in one of my groups, and we were talking the other day about duct cleaning and stuff, and she said, "Oh my gosh," she goes, "I had you guys do that," and she said, "And I have 4 cats," and she goes, "I dusted every single day,"
Oh,
and she
wow.
said, "You guys came out and did that." She goes, "Now I have to dust maybe every 4 or 5 days, and it's mostly because I have cats." You know, because
Wow.
cats shed, and
Yeah.
she said it's mostly cat, but she said it made a huge difference, and she was just tickled to death, and she said that she wasn't having as much trouble when she woke up in the morning, you know, feeling
Sure.
all
Oh,
yucked
yeah.
up and clogged up and stuff.
Yeah.
So
And people
Wow.
are just amazed at what we get out of it. It's a negative pressure machine that sits outside, then it all collects in the big basket out there, and
Uh-huh.
then we can actually show them what we pull out of the ductwork, and they're just amazed.
Yeah.
or disgusted, however
Yeah.
you want to look at it.
Most of the time, I'm disgusted. It's nasty.
Oh yeah, yeah, I bet. So, well, we have a caller holding on, and let's talk to Ernie here in Springfield. Go ahead, Ernie.
Hi, guys.
Hello there.
Question. HVAC and filters. My HVAC guy said that one should put them in the return air and not on the unit in the little closet there. Or what's the school on that?
It all depends. You can put it on your return airs in the hallways and in the bedrooms and stuff. Depends on what size they are and all that. It's about 6 of one, half a dozen another. You're going to keep that ductwork cleaner, that pipe that runs from the hallway to the furnace, if you've got the filters in, you know, at the return airs themselves. A lot of people don't want to get up on ladders and change them, so a lot of times we'll put them on at the furnace, so there's just a little door they open and take them in and, you know, pull them out. As long as you're filtering the air and keeping that system clean, you're fine.
Question, can you do both? Or is that a
No.
little overload on the system?
You can overload a system. You can actually overfilter a system. It's got to have a certain amount of airflow and CFM for everything to work properly. I've seen people do that before. You have to add extra return airs and then balance the air with the return on that. I don't recommend doing that.
Gotcha. Last question. In the bedrooms, the vents are a little smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just cut one up to fit, or did they make them that, 6 by 10 size?
They don't make the 6 by 10 size. All you could do is, you know, get like a disposable filter, washable, and put up in there. But those don't filter very well. I always recommend a good pleated filter.
Yes. Are the pleated washable?
Nope. You have to throw them away.
Gotcha. That's a big help. I'll implement the practice.
All right. Thank you, Ernie.
Appreciate the call. We got Elmer here in Springfield. Go ahead, Elmer.
Yeah, Mark, I called you before. I was trying to get the sink redone or tubs stuff. You give me the name of the people that does it,
Yeah.
and I've lost it somewhere. Do you remember who that was?
Oh my gosh, I don't have it with me. I can't remember.
Tub Master or something like that.
I think so. I tell you
It's
what.
Tubmaster, yeah.
I think that's right. And I don't know whether Mary has the number there with her or not.
You know what? No, I don't, because I also referred them to my friends down at the lake when
Right.
they gave me that. But
Yeah.
oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Oh, she's got it. She's got it.
Are you ready, Elmer?
I am.
Okay, it's Tubmaster, and the gentleman's name is Mike Whitfell.
I think that's right. Yeah.
I think that's right.
Mike what?
I think it's Whitfell.
Oh, Whistle?
Whitfell.
Yeah, okay.
And then his number
Yes.
is 417
Uh-huh.
527 0661.
0661. All righty. Tub Master Mike Whistle, 417-527-0661. Where is that 527? Or is that a cell?
It's a cell
It's
phone
a cell
number.
phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're sure welcome. So, hey, I'm glad you remembered you was on the ball because I couldn't.
You know, some days I have good days and some days I don't.
Yeah.
This was a good day. I had that with me.
Most of mine are not.
That's why I carry this information so that if we have callers who've listened to something in the past and need more
Sure.
information, then I usually have it here. So you can call in and ask any kind of question about anyone we've had on the show in the past or anything like that. I can usually give you the information right today.
There you go.
So I'm quicker than the Yellow Pages. I'm quicker than Google.
Well, I guess because I couldn't have typed it in that fast. That's for sure. So.
There you go.
You know, talking about heating and air course today, and furnace filters. Boy, that's something that that we all seem to neglect sometimes and forget anymore. Like when I go into a new house, if somebody calls and wants me to come to their house and say list their house or if they repair whatever, I always notice that return air.
Yeah.
And, you know, it always catches my eye. You know, there's nothing worse than looking up and a white return air be black because it's so nasty and dirty, you know. And, you know, like you say, most of the time, especially in newer houses, the filters are there in your returns. And it's just, it's so simple to change it, but people don't.
One of them things that just easy to forget, like replacing smoke alarm batteries. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you think the grill's bad, take a flashlight and look up in there and
Oh, yeah.
see how much stuff's in there. It's
Yeah. And I've had them so bad that you could hear it whistling and the filter was actually being sucked up in there because, it couldn't get...
I've pulled them out of blowers before.
Yeah. I mean, so just take a few minutes and buy the proper filter. If you can't afford it, a cheap one's better than none.
Right.
But try to get the proper filter for it, and a good type filter.
Yeah. You spend a few dollars extra and get something that's going to
Yeah.
capture all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just makes such a big difference on how long your equipment's going to last and the air quality in your home and everything else.
Sure. Yeah. Huge difference. So very important.
And if you can't find the size of filter you need, give us a call because oftentimes if you have an odd size or something, we can get those for you. We have some distributors and we have some outlets and stuff where you can't always find them at the big box stores.
Sure.
And so we've done that for some of our clients too, that they'll have a specific or a special filter size. And so we're able to get those for you.
Now, can you still buy the rolls of what I always call hog
Hair filters?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think I have a roll in the shop still. I haven't used that stuff in years.
Yeah.
On our new construction jobs, we would put those in, if they were going to run the equipment while the house was under construction.
While the house is under construction. Yeah.
Yep, hog hair filters.
Yep. That's what they look
Cut
like.
them to fit.
Cut to fit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've cut a bunch of them.
Yep.
And they look like hog's hair. That's what they look like.
That's what they feel like it, too.
Yeah, they do.
too.
They do.
Yeah.
Speaking of filters, if you, this is a side note here, but anyway, if you come to the house Sunday, you probably need to look at mine. I've never changed I've never changed them, so it probably needs to be changed or looked at. So
I could probably do that.
I'll try and help you remember to do that for me. You'd
There you
think
go.
I'd know how to do that, but Paul always did that, and so it's not something I ever messed with. I don't even know what size I need or anything.
Well, that's why.
I probably should learn.
That's true.
That's a trip charge, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I'll take my ticket book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
huh?
take the ticket book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a lunch fee.
Yeah, you'll go back and figure up all those meals that you cooked over the years and all those nights setting
Yeah,
up.
we'll see who comes out ahead on this deal.
I'll just go replace the filter.
Yeah, I think that'd be best. Just go replace it. Let's not say no more. 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056, or text us at 417-838-3192, and we'd love to answer your question on the show today. It's that time of year we're having really crazy weather. Earlier, I've had my furnace on this week, and I've had the air conditioner on.
Yeah, I've worked on usually furnaces in the morning and air conditioners in the afternoon.
Is it hard? Is this type of weather like this hard on units?
No, not really.
Switching them back and forth and stuff is not really.
No, not that big of a deal unless you got an old mercury stat and you switch one while one's running, then that usually messes something up. But
Okay.
you can blow up a transformer or
Really?
short out a fuse. Yeah,
Okay.
most people don't have mercury stats anymore.
I don't hardly ever see any anymore.
Yeah,
You
I'm
used to.
just trying to remember when we first started putting them in. It had to be early '90s. I think we started putting in digital.
Oh yeah, a long
And people
time
didn't
ago.
like them. They
No, they
just
didn't.
hated them.
So you don't do the old T87Fs or whatever anymore, huh?
No. I haven't put in a mercury stat in years.
Yeah. They still make them, I guess.
Yeah,
You
I had
know,
a
but-
salesman come in the other day and said they were having a big closeout on them. I said, "Are you kidding me?"
I'll bet they are. Yeah, I don't think we're going to buy too many of those. We did run across someone yesterday, though, that still has one in their house.
Mhm.
And, of course, they don't want it there. They want to get rid of it. So, you know, we can do that as well. If you have an old mercury thermostat and you want to update it, we can come in and, you know, just put a new thermostat on if that's all you need. I did think of something, though, that I need to remind some folks of getting close to the air conditioning season. Those of you who have put covers over your air conditioners, don't forget to take those off before you turn your air conditioner on. We do have some people that like to cover them up, and I was driving by the other day. I was going to get my weed eater battery taken care of, but anyway, I drove by and I saw a house where they not only had, it looked like they had tarp around it and had put a bungee cord around the tarp, you know, to keep the tarp from blowing off. Make sure you take that off of there before you
Yes.
turn that on. You're going to have some serious issues if you keep that covered up and turn that on and run
right.
it very long. So
Seems to happen every year.
it does.
Yeah.
Someone will forget to turn, you know, it'll get hot and they'll think, oh gosh, I'll just turn the air on and forget to take the cover off. So
Right.
that's just a quick reminder for those who cover them up.
And take the trash bags off the wind turbines. Already.
That just drives Mark crazy.
It does. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate that. I just, you know, I just want to go to the door, knock on the door. What are you thinking? This
Take
is
that
not
off.
right.
That's
carry
not
a
what it
ladder.
was designed for.
Carry a ladder around with you and just go take
Just
them
go
off.
take them off. Yeah.
You could have a whole new business. Just, you know, do people favors and just remove them.
Drive through neighborhoods
And
with
just take them
trash
off.
bags on.
And
yeah.
just think you probably never have to buy trash bags again. You could just accumulate all those and
Probably
recycle
so.
them. And
Yeah, more than likely. I wouldn't doubt it. You know, we got a text from Brandon in Lebanon, and says, how do you prevent rats, varmints, from getting into a gas stove that sits outside my back porch? They had a varmint get in it and knock the pilot light.
What is it? Wherever the access holes are, don't they put steel wool or something where they?
You know, I've always heard that.
I've heard
use
that.
Steel wool. You can buy what they call hardware cloth. I used to
Yeah.
sell it
Yeah.
all the time, and you can buy it with just like a 1/4-inch square.
Yeah.
And you could put that over the hole, and that would keep them from gnawing through that and
You
getting
put a
in there.
cat on a leash by the stove.
There you go. That's a good idea. Yeah. And so, and once that happens, he wants to know how easy is that to fix. I guess a person could probably go in there and fix that, put the pilot light back in place or the pilot on it, fairly easy.
Oh yeah, yeah, it can be that big of a deal on that.
Okay. So, well, thanks for that text. Appreciate that very much. So.
Dan signaling it's time for us to take a break.
Really? Already?
Already.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is Home Repairs and Solutions right here on AM 560 KWTO.
Here's news on the Ozarks News Network. A massive drug bust has resulted in the arrests of 34 people in Laclede County. The raids were carried out by the Missouri State Highway Patrol and the Lake Area Narcotics Enforcement Group. Charges ranged from possession, distribution, and sale of methamphetamine, cocaine, marijuana, heroin, and prescription drugs. A man charged in connection with a fight 2 years ago at a mobile home park in Republic has been found guilty. Davy Montgomery has been convicted of assault, felonious restraint, and armed criminal action. 5 men were charged after several people were held captive in a mobile home, and one of them seriously injured. And game show host Bob Barker will be back in the Ozarks next month to make a donation to Drury University. On May 9th, he'll donate several of the awards he's won during his 50 years of broadcasting. In the past, Barker has donated $2 million to the college for the study of animal rights. For the Ozarks News Network, I'm Arlen Summers.
It's one of the first signs of spring. Your lawn slowly starts to turn green. But if you look really closely, some of the first green you see in your lawn is weeds. Don't panic. Hi, I'm Kirk Elmquist. Green Lawn Fertilizer can make your lawn a lush, weed-free place for your family to enjoy. Give Green Lawn Fertilizer a call today and let one of their professionals give you a free estimate about how they can make your lawn look its very best, like mine. Let the professionals do it for a free estimate. Call Green Lawn Fertilizer at 831-5931. 831-5931.
Join us Sunday morning at 6 a.m. on AM 560 KWTO for The World and Everything in It. From the editors of World Magazine, a 2-hour news week in review program that'll feature strong interviewing, deep reporting, and serious news analysis. That's The World and Everything in It. Sunday mornings from 6 to 8 a.m. on AM 560 KWTO.
Hi, folks. Tim Keithley for Morning Line. Monday, Senator Jay Wasson will join us as the legislature starts to wind down. Weekend news plus your phone calls. Join us for Morning Line. Monday morning, 7 to 10 on AM 560 KWTO.
Whether you have one small houseplant or acres of land, you're gardening. Hi, this is Nick Federoff. Join me every Sunday morning right here on KWTO AM 560, where we talk about gardening, landscaping. I'll help you out with all of your indoor and outdoor living ideas. All you have to do is to tune in. And that's Sunday morning with Nick Federoff on gardening here on KWTO AM 560, the talk of the Ozarks.
Sunday morning, 9 to 10.
Tommy Ruff, Charter Financial Consultant, invites you to tune in to Common Sense Economics for the Family each Saturday morning at 8:30 a.m. And you can attend his Common Sense Economics educational classes presented twice monthly on Saturday mornings from 10:30 a.m. to noon with lunch provided. To register, call 1-888-244-0747.
Join Tommy Ruff for Common Sense Economics for the Family Saturday mornings at 8:30 on KWTO AM 560 and NewsTalk560.com.
Not sure which wines go with which foods? Listen to Through the Grapevine, Saturdays 11 to noon on KWTO AM 560. And join the show live from the Hilton Garden Inn. That's where your hosts Jim James and Diana Loftus-Wheeler will interview winemakers and wine industry specialists. Plus, you'll have a chance to sample some of the wines being discussed. That's all on Through the Grapevine, live from the Hilton Garden Inn. Every Saturday from 11 to noon on AM 560 KWTO.
We do see some rain at times, along with a thunderstorm for today, high 61. Rain continues into tonight, low of 50. A leftover shower or two. Otherwise cloudy tomorrow, high 63. Low of 51 for tomorrow night. Warmer on Sunday as clouds give way to some sun, high 71. Then we do see plenty of sunshine as we start the work week on Monday, the high approaching 80. I'm AccuWeather's Jason Lord.
Well, I went down to the hardware store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, "You need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions."
And you're listening to Home Repairs and Solutions with Mark and Mary. Brought to you by Spring Mountain Air Heating and Air Conditioner, your local Amana dealer. Once again, your hosts, Mary Pearson and Mark Withers, and their guest today is Nathan.
And we're back.
We are. Good to be back.
It's always good to be back.
That's right.
That means they've paid the bill.
Yeah.
Power's still on.
Paid the bill.
Or someone's paid the bill.
Someone paid it. Yeah, that's right. You know, hearing the home repair song there, it reminded me my really good friend John Heights from Remax House of Brokers.
Mhm.
I was out in the parking lot the other day, and John, he pulls up. He seen me getting out of my truck, and he pulls up and he rolled down the window and he said, "Hey," he said, I've been working on something." And he starts singing the home repairs song.
Oh my
it just
goodness.
cracked me up. It's so funny. He
That
listens
is
to us
funny.
every week. So John, keep practicing there, buddy.
Maybe he gets good enough. We'll just have him come sing it
Well,
live.
that's what I told him. I said, "You can just come in here in the studio and just
There
sing
you
it
go.
live." You
There
know?
we go.
Yeah.
There's always something new we can add to the show.
That's right. Oh, come in and sing it live. So we already have a caller on hold.
We do. We have Gloria on the phone. Good morning, Gloria.
Hi, Mary and Nathan.
Hi.
Gloria.
This is Nathan's girlfriend. The 74-year-old one.
I think you're one of many, Gloria.
Well, that might be, but I'm the top.
That's
right. You're number one.
Okay. Anyway, I used Bug Zero.
Yes.
That you recommended, and Hanson's Tree.
Yes.
And I was really sorry to hear about George Jones' death.
Oh, yes.
Talk about that a little bit, because I used to sing with him.
Really?
You did?
I was 16 and 17.
Wow.
And we could go in there. You didn't have to pay a cover charge. There weren't many people in there. That was in his drunken days.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
My brother used to hold him up to the urinal.
Really?
But we respected that.
Uh-huh.
But then later on, in the 80s, he came to our restaurant in Branson.
Uh-huh.
Him and the latest wife is the one that saved his life.
Nancy, yes, she did. Absolutely.
I know, she did.
Yeah.
And he would not have lived this long.
That's right. You're absolutely
but I have
right.
a history with George Jones.
Well, that is so
on
neat.
a couple occasions, you know.
Uh-huh. Well, I know they, when they would come through Branson, there was a place that smoked all of their meats.
That was me.
That was you? Wow.
And ribs.
Well, I'll be, yes. I've heard that. He used to always come in here. Yeah.
And we had a guest list, and they signed the book.
Uh-huh.
And she put her name and number.
Really?
She put their name and number down there.
Wow.
But then we had a fire after 15 years. Not our fault.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Not a kitchen fire, because we were very clean.
Uh-huh. Oh, I've ate there before. Yes, and it was, absolutely.
You can't find that kind of a restaurant.
You can't, and the
I know.
food was just unbelievable. I loved
know,
it.
and the prices were, too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So.
Well, you know, I don't want to use Mary's time because
Yeah.
she's paying for it. But I love Nathan, I love Mary, and I've used people they suggest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Well, thank you,
And
Gloria.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Are you there?
We're still here. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to do a little something for you. Just a half minute.
Okay.
This is one little thing. I'm not advertising myself because I'm 74. This was done when I was 58, and you can see why I sang with George Jones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that you, Gloria?
That's all I'm going to do.
Is that you singing?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
That was
That is
awesome,
great.
Gloria. I didn't know that you sang with him. Thanks for sharing that with us today.
Okay, well, I enjoy your program. It's a nice rainy day, and I have everything. You know, I bought the filters for you guys, too. 'cause
Yes,
I
you
couldn't
did.
Get them elsewhere.
Yes, you did.
And, you know, and I did change them in 6 months, like your son told me,
Uh-huh.
and there was no dirt in them.
There was no dirt. That's because, well, you keep your house impeccably clean, I've been told.
I
so,
really do.
Yeah. That makes a difference.
Well, thank you so much. I love you guys.
Love you too,
thank
Gloria.
you.
Thanks for
Thanks,
calling.
Gloria.
We have Tom holding from Christian County.
All right, Tom, go ahead.
Good morning, Tom.
Yeah, I got a question on them filters. I've noticed them on some filters. They have a number on them: 300, 700, and 1200. That detects the I guess what particles are trapped and what not trapped.
Correct. The higher the number, the higher the MERV rating of the filter. The higher the number, it's going to let less particles through, like your allergens and pollens and dander and stuff like that.
Okay, now that's what I'm needing, I think. But how will that restrict airflow?
It does restrict airflow because it'll get dirtier quicker, and it depends on how many returns you have in the house. A lot of the houses we go out on don't have enough return. We're generally having to add return so we can put the better filters in. Without looking at the house, you know, it'd be hard for me to say.
Yeah.
Does it whistle real bad if you put the thicker filters in, or the higher?
Well, no, we just moved in.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. It's a rental place.
How many returns do you have in the house, Tom?
There's two. One in the hallway and one in the master bedroom.
Okay. You could probably use the better filter on that then.
Okay, at least 700. Try 700. See what that does.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
When you get the filters like that and they have the higher rating, you will have to replace them more often because they're going to collect a lot more than the cheaper filters.
Yeah.
But it'll really make a difference in the air quality in your home.
Yeah. And thank you again for the Home Repairs and Solutions theme song.
Oh, you're sure
welcome.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. People will comment about that. That song got in my head, and it, I couldn't get it out, and this, that, and the other.
If
I
I'd
think
ever
it's
see
kinda
you
funny.
playing live, I'm going to request that. I love that song every
Well,
Friday.
it's
I'll
happening.
sing it the rest of the day.
We'll have to get that on iTunes.
Yeah.
There you go. There you
yeah,
go.
Yeah, no doubt. So, well, it's happened before. I've been out playing, and somebody would would want to hear that. So we do a little bit of it, you know.
Sure. Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You got to keep your listeners happy.
That's right.
If they request it, you got to
If
do
they
it.
request it, you got to do it.
That's right.
That's true. So 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056, or send us a text at 417-838-3192. We'd love to hear from you. We had some good calls so far today.
We did. Well, you know, like I said, if you have a technical question like these we've been getting, you want to call when Nathan's here.
Yeah.
He's the expert on all that stuff. So that way you get your questions
If they don't want to call on the radio, you can give us our office number.
You know, we haven't done that. We
No.
always have our guests do that. Yeah, if you want to call Spring Mountain Air, our number is 417-831-4036. Angel's sitting there waiting for you to call. She will be happy to help you out with whatever question you might have. You know, and she's like me. She doesn't know a lot of the technical stuff, but we will get an answer and we will get back to you. If Nathan's not in the office, and he's not always there because he's out working quite a bit, but when he comes in, then we sit down with him and go over the questions that we've got come in. Then we call people back, or Nathan can call someone if it's something that Angel and I feel like we can't really handle very well. Then
Right.
we get you to the expert as quickly as we can and get your questions answered. And or if, like I said, if you're just thinking about setting up your maintenance, or if you're interested in a club membership, or if you want duct cleaning, or if you need your ductwork sealed or insulated, or we can help you with all those issues and
Equipment replaced, and
we do free estimates. That's one of the questions we get sometimes. It's, you know, they want to know if we do free estimates if they need new equipment, and the answer
Right.
is yes, we do. Nathan would be the one who'd come out and talk to you about that. And there are lots of options out there, so it can be kind of confusing. You know, most people maybe buy a new heat and air conditioning system every 15 or 20 years, and there's a lot of changes in that time frame. And so, you know, when you're going to replace your system, you're not going to replace it with exactly the same thing that's there now, because that's not available anymore. So it's good to have an expert come out who knows what's available and can help you make the right decisions.
yeah, and,
Right.
things are done a lot different. We got to run heat load calculations on the house. I know all the time we'll take someone will have 150, 180,000 BTU furnace in, and I come in with a 90,000, and they're like, "Oh gosh, well, I don't know about this," but it's, you know, we design each system for each house.
Mm-hmm.
It makes us a huge difference in their utility bill and comfort level and everything else.
Yeah, I don't know. I think back in the day, I think everything was just big.
I think there's about 3 choices.
Yeah, and so, you know, things weren't as custom as they are now, and so, you know, they would put, like, if you had a fairly large house, you just got the biggest furnace they made, and that's what they put in there, and you know, if it shut off and on 57 times a day, as long as you were halfway comfortable, that's just what it was.
Yeah,
and we have so many different options. We have several different 90-plus furnaces. We have with, you know, two speed and or two-stage
modulating,
and so there's all kinds of different things available just even within the 90% bracket. So you want to make sure that when you purchase something that you're getting what is right for your particular home and for your budget. You know, we're able to work with people on the financing end as well. So lots of things we can do to help keep you comfortable and cool this summer.
Sure.
Pretty cool today, but
yes,
not air conditioning cool.
One thing, if you've been putting R22 refrigerant in your system every year, if that leak can't be fixed, something's going to have to be done, because people are going to get sticker shock this year when they see the price of refrigerant. I just got a text this morning; it went up again. So I mean, it's ridiculously high.
Wow,
ridiculous.
Well, and the part of that is you know, they're wanting to phase that out, and so as they get closer to the phase out time on a product, oftentimes, you know, in this instance, the price gets higher and higher because there's less of it made, because, you know, manufacturers aren't going to make a bunch of it and get stuck with it when they can't sell it anymore. So there's less being made. There's still a demand for it, so that dictates the price.
Right.
And like Nathan said, if you're having to fill that up every summer and you have a leak that can't be repaired, you know, it's time for you to look at replacing that system, because especially if it's getting any age on it at all, it just makes more sense. You'd have a more efficient system with the new, well, it's not so new anymore, but the 410A refrigerant, we've been putting that in since they came out with it. And it's really been on the market for
late 90s, I think.
Yeah, it's really been on the market for a long time. It's just not that not every company went that route.
Right.
So, you know, when Paul was still here and running the company, he was always one to stay on the edge of, the new things that was coming out, and he would always learn about it, and we'd, educate our people on it and all that,
Sure.
because that once they come up with something new, they're going to phase out the existing at some point. So you've got to keep going, you've got to keep learning and keep ahead of the curve like that. So
Well, in 2010 is when they quit making R-22.
Right.
The EPA dictates how much, the United States could have, and they keep going back and forth. Well, every time they do, the price shoots up because,
Sure.
supply and demand, and eventually it's just going to be gone, and that's it.
Right. Then if you
then you will have to replace the system.
Then you don't have a choice, so.
Right.
Then you don't have a choice. And then when you don't have a choice, where do you think the price goes?
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, that's just the
absolutely.
way
Yeah.
the market works.
Yeah.
So it's just something to kind of keep in mind if you've been having that issue with your air conditioner. So.
Right. I got a question for you.
Okay.
A lot of times, if the if it's not real hot outside, the weather's kind of cool, but we need a little airflow, we'll just turn the fan on
Sure.
our unit.
Mhm.
Ours had been on for several hours the other day, and I was sitting at the table, and I didn't know that if she had it on air or heat or just the fan. But anyhow, it kicks off. And I was listening. I asked her, I said, what did you have that sit on? She's like, well, I just had the fan on.
Mhm.
And so I went in there, and it had kicked off, but I could hear it. It'd try to kick on, and it'd run for just a second or two and kick off, on and off. So I shut it off at the thermostat. Went back a little later, turned it on, and it's fine.
Sounds like you need a new furnace.
Do I?
Now, it might be something in the thermostat. Is a lot of times when you have weird stuff like that, it'll be weak batteries in a thermostat.
Really?
Will actually cause that, yeah.
Okay.
So check the batteries.
I will do that.
Okay, I get that all the time. So
Really?
if it's acting a little funny, because like we talked earlier, everything's digital.
Yeah.
Pop that cover, replace those batteries, and that usually takes care of a lot of issues.
I'll give that a try.
That's what I would try first.
Well, see?
There you go.
Yeah.
And we do get that quite a bit. Whereas, and some people don't realize they have batteries
Yeah.
in their thermostats, and so they'll have something weird going on like that, and a lot of times that does take care of it. So
Okay. So if you have a digital thermostat, change the batteries,
Mhm.
and that may be causing a problem. Because, I just happened to notice it. I was sitting there, and I'm like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, weak batteries will cause all sorts of weird stuff with them.
Okay.
Most thermostats tell you when the battery's getting low.
Right. Now, I know ours has a little icon that'll blink when you're supposed to change the
filter.
filters, and I guess
Right.
it's just like a...
It's a timer. It's
yeah.
a timer thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Thermostat doesn't know when your filter's dirty.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure one of these days somebody will come out with something, though, that probably will actually tell you.
I should work on that.
There you go. Yeah.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, work on that. Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's something that that we do have people, call and say it's flashing. Do I change my, filter? And but that doesn't necessarily mean, like Nathan said, you might need to change it maybe even before then, because that's not an indicator that it's
Sure.
dirty. It's just a
Right.
time thing. So
Yeah. And I know if in like our situation where if we just got the fan running and we may have the windows open and stuff, it's drawing more stuff through,
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, there's
pulling it in.
situations where you're going to need to replace your filters a little sooner than normal.
Mm-hmm.
And here lately with all the pollen,
Oh,
the
my
pollen
gosh.
is terrible. It's just
It's
unbelievable.
horrible. Yeah.
So when you've got a lot of pollen, high pollen and stuff, and then you need to check them a little more often too. So
Yeah, my white truck was green the other day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. It's it's been really, really bad. But, it's sure nice to look out here across the field and see the...
I love to see everything in bloom.
Yes. It's,
I do.
Yeah.
Someone told me it was oak that's given everyone such a fit this year. I don't know. The
Yeah.
oak pollen is real high or something, but
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it is, but my eyes sure know. I'm telling you, this stuff has just been unbelievable this year. So yeah, good time. That seems to be the topic of the show today is furnace filters, but that's very important. It extends the life of your
That
unit.
and doing maintenance makes such a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing, it's that time of year too. We're starting to cut the grass. Be mindful of the grass clippings and everything that gets around the outside unit. Keep that clean. I try to take the water hose every now and then and just kind of wash mine out and keep the grass clippings away from it and stuff like that. Make sure you haven't had a pet or varmint gnaw on the wires or anything on the back of it, and little things like that you can do, because you don't want to wait till it's 90 degrees outside and it quit.
and turn it on and find out it doesn't work. Also, when you're weed eating, we have a lot of people cut those those little
Yeah.
behind them. They'll be weed eating and cut that in half and not realize it, and then their units doesn't work. So kind of be aware of you do have a few wires and stuff around that unit. So kind of pay attention to try not to damage anything back there.
Because your doggies love to chew on stuff.
They do. And something else we got going on, I had another call the other day. There's still a lot of theft going on. People are still stealing a lot of air conditioners and stuff. So if you've had an incident like that, we can help you out with that as well. And that's just frustrating, I'm sure, to be a homeowner or a business owner and come in one day or come home and your air conditioner's missing. That's just got to be annoying.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's something else that we can help you with is if you've had a theft problem.
And we work with the insurance companies, and so we've had to replace enough of them. It's pretty standard now.
Right.
Yeah, it is. Which is kind of a sad thing, but
oh yeah, it is. No doubt.
But if it's gone, it's gone.
That's true.
So
that's true. So yeah, that's something to be mindful of, especially if you're going to be say gone on vacation for quite a while. That'd be what an opportunity for somebody to come around and steal your air conditioner. So, it's always best. The best thing to do is call our friends over at Atlas Security.
There you go.
And
get an alarm system.
Get an alarm system.
Well, and if you get newspapers delivered, I mean, just common sense things. Don't leave newspapers piling up in the driveway, and all those type of things. And if you have a neighbor that can check on it once in a while, or if you can maybe just leave a light on, or some people leave a radio on or something just for a little noise to make it sound like maybe someone's still home. Anything like that you can do to be a deterrent would be something good. And it doesn't cost that much to run a radio or leave a table light or something on.
Yeah,
so.
That's true. Very
all those
important.
things, anything to keep them from trying to steal your stuff.
That's right. We had one of our construction jobs. It's been a week or so ago. They tried to go in and steal. I'm sure cut out the wiring and all the stuff.
Oh yeah.
And so they thought they'd be smart and they would cut the power to the house. And guess what? That Atlas security system that we had installed for our new construction paid off because it let us know about it.
Yep.
And we foiled the crime.
Good.
So, yeah.
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent. Yep. That's just.
I need to start catching more of these guys.
Yeah, that's right. We do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We do.
So.
You're not going to catch them all, but you can catch some of them.
Yeah.
So anything you can do like that to protect yourself is always a good idea.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sure is.
That's the thing to do.
You got anything going on this weekend?
I don't have anything going on this weekend other than work around the house and clean out the garage and hopefully get the motorcycle out. May take a motorcycle
Sunday or Monday. Sunday should be a good day for that.
Yeah,
so,
I know it.
Yeah.
So that's about all I'm going to do. What are you going to do this weekend?
Well, I have a lunch appointment right after the show today, and then I'm going to gather up a few things, and I'm going to head home. And if it rains, I got a book I want to read, so I might just hang out and read a book for a while. But then Sunday, I'm going to, hopefully if Nathan has time, he can come down and change the filter.
Change the filters, yeah.
And then maybe get the boat out. Maybe do a little boat riding and just hopefully enjoy some sunshine and some nicer weather and get geared up for next week. We got quite a bit going on next week already. It's going to be warm temperatures, and it doesn't take much. 1 or 2 80-degree days, and our phone starts ringing. So we're gonna I'm just gonna kind of relax this weekend, get ready for the what happens next week.
There you go.
So that's what we got going on. But once again, if you have a question or if you need us to help you with any of your heating and air conditioning needs, whatever that may be, you can give us a call, and our number at Spring Mountain Air is 417-831-4036. We also have a website, www.springmountainair.com, and we also have a Facebook page. So Angel does a good job. We post some things on there about once a day or so, and they're just fun things, like this day in history, and we have some riddles and puzzles and kind of some fun things on there. It's just not all about heating and air. So if you kind of like that kind of thing, you can like us on Facebook and see what's going on. I try to. I'm not excellent at it, but I'm trying to get better at posting. Who our guest is going to be every week. So that'll give you an idea of who we might be having on the show and that type of thing. So just some kind of fun information there as well.
Sounds great. Nathan, you got to get better, buddy.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
So
a motorcycle ride sounds good.
There you go. That'll cure a lot of
maybe
things.
a Cardinal game tomorrow.
Ah, there you go. That'll help too. So
thanks for being on the show with me today.
Absolutely.
Well, this is Home Repairs and Solutions. We're heard every Friday morning from 10 to 11 right here on AM 560 KWTO.